my runs of Elden Ring. In this video, I'm basically just broadcasting gameplay of Elden Ring as I'm trying to grab all the smithing stones as possible to basically max every single weapon. Previously, I had gotten every weapon to plus 24 or plus 9. So I'm trying to, in each playthrough, get the max number of smithing stones required so that I can max every weapon in the game I previously farmed for basically, as far as I'm aware, all weapons and armor. It was a lot more painstaking than I would like to admit. It's mostly, but, you know, it helps that I am starting, that I have had a few playthroughs beforehand. So I'm currently on Journey 6 at level 500 and some odd. And I just aggroed both of those at once. Oh, great. This will be interesting. The one that needs to go first is this guy, and I think I'm actually going to die here. Yep, there it is. Because I was not intending to aggro both of those at once. But, so, fun fact, you can, in consecrated snowfield at nighttime, if you beat both of those, you get a ancient smithing stone, dragon smithing stone, which is needed to max out regular weapons. If you didn't know, I'm sure you do, because you'd actually be watching an instructional video if you're watching this video, you're probably just bored. But my level is actually level 561, max level being 719 or some odd. Well, there's no max level, but the max level that matters is like 719. And I think that is the max level, because you don't get any stats after that, so I don't think you could level up after that. What I'm going to try and do is try and lure one of these guys at a time, because if you can take out his horse, you get some free damage, and there we go. And this guy, of course, would be dead had I not run out of stamina, because stamina is not my highest stat. And he is invulnerable the entire time that happens. That's just great. I'm actually not fond of modded combat in this game. And I'm dead again. Oh well, that's great. Fantastic. I hate modded combat in this game. It's absolutely atrocious. Because I guarantee you, if I was in that saddle, I could twist and cast it at a much higher angle than they allow you for in this game, but I'm assuming they're assuming you're not going to want to do that, and maybe you can't wearing armor, but I think you could. I'm going to use this again. Why doesn't it let me summon my double here? I don't get that. Give yourself some space, and then just cast like that, and then I don't like this. And it's just gonna do that again. I hate these bosses. Here we go. I don't like how he's invulnerable, because he would have been dead right there had he not been invulnerable. Well, he missed. Unfortunately, everything costs stamina. Now there's one down. Time for the other one to perish. I don't get why it doesn't allow me to summon him, but whatever. I'm not going to waste too much time thinking about this. Excellent. It looks like I'm just going to be able to... And there we go. Both are dead. That'll also give us, I think, the Knight Armor set. Knight Cavalry set. As you see, it gives us a Ancient Dragon Smithing Stone. Yay. And it gives a decent amount of souls, too. I didn't have my soul consumable up in time that time, but... I'm now at 2,954,000 some odd, which is about almost 2/3 of a way to a level up. Because a level up is like 4,500,000, and here is our next contender that will give us both souls and a sombering dragon smithing stone. Because this one likes to dodge, Ancient Death Rainfall is going to be used for most of the NPCs that... Invader NPCs, this is the best spell, because they dodge the initial hit, but will not dodge the follow-ups. And realistically, it's as a player, it is also very difficult to dodge the follow-ups as well. Not impossible, but it's just difficult. Like, you can get out of it, so... It works decent against players. It's not the greatest, it's not the worst. So now we're going to go, because I collected Latenia, the Albernaic, which, if you stick around in the video in my next playthrough, I'm going to have to do it anyways. If I get through this tonight, which I probably will. I may end up dying here, so apologies. I hate this particular walking mausoleum. That's the word. I do not like him. Come on, make it. There we go. I'm literally gonna run in here and pop this to reset the mausoleum, because I freaking hate this mausoleum, if I'm being honest. So I will not be fighting it, for good reason, because I don't have to. Mirror Smithing Shield, don't need that. Okay. It should have given me the option to summon her for this. Oh, there it is. Summon Latenia. There we go.
O young yet towering sister of ours, let the birthing droplet in and create life for us, for all the Albernorics. Thank you, I find how you
And
know
there,
that I will join, and when then you may.
and there is the Ancient Dragon Somber Smithing Stone. So that's two right there that we've knocked out. And now for my least favorite part, to move to effin wheel. FEL, whatever. I'm not certain how it's pronounced, and nor do I care. Now, normally I'm a mage build, but for this particular area up ahead, I will be swapping it once I get there, because I'm not quite there yet. Rashaka's armor is a great armor set for increasing her damage. It increases Each piece gives you plus 2% damage taken increase, but it also gives you plus 2 damage to everything you do. So it's good for not just mages, but honestly you could do an archer build with this. So we're inclined. I hate this. I hate this enemy type. I really hate this enemy type because, again, mounted combat. Do not like it. I like having a mount, but I don't like having to fight on the mount. It's just annoying. Like, I probably could get off it, but, like, honestly, just having to fight mounted enemies in general is just awkward. And that is the thing I dislike about this. It's awkward. You know what? We're just gonna use this. And there, revenge. Yay. Albernakes are, again, one of the most broken frickin' non-boss enemy types. Because it's 50-50 whether I can actually, like, kill it in time or not. I also dislike that I'm having to go into this with this many souls. It's not great. But to prep for this, we're gonna do a couple things. Here. I'm gonna grab the sentry torch because there's invisible enemies that only the sentry torch can show. Specifically the black knife enemies in the burrow. And we're gonna run Egon's great bow with the great arrows and the Radon spear consumables. We are going to take off these and equip instead Sharp Shot Talisman and the Arrow Soaring Sting Talisman, which are two of honestly the better bow things. You'll see why once we get in there. I have a almost foolproof strategy for dealing with this. Or because again, once you're in the Everjail, Old English spelling, I have a route that I use. I like this route. It seems to work pretty well for me. It's still 50-50 whether I do it without dying, but, you know, 50-50 is pretty good odds. So we're going to come around the backside here, use a ladder. And light the first of the bonfires that we need to light in here to complete the zone and unlock the path to Halig Tree, where we'll be getting some more ancient dragon smithing stones as well. So that's the first of ours lit. So now we're going to switch to Egon's. We are going to carefully attack the Albernaic sitting in front of us because it's going to be in our way otherwise. The reason I'm using a great bow is for the effect of knocking it down to where it can no longer hurt me. From this point, I'm going to switch back to my comet and carefully dispose of this Oh, nope, I forgot about that other guy. Well, that's unfortunate. Now I'm in trouble. And of course... Yep, I'm in real trouble now. Normally you never have to fight this guy, but I forgot about an enemy. Oh, you jumped back? Okay. Oh, it's the black light effect. Oh. Well, I lived somehow, despite my mistake. My great mistake. That was a horrendous mistake. We're gonna head back up there and knock that other one down, which is something I also tend to do. And I completely forgot to do. Well, you got to see a fight with one of the invisible enemies, because you can only see those guys if you use the sentry thing, I believe. Let's see. Head about there. Nope, higher. Again, the reason I am doing this is to get them my way, so I'm not having to deal with their nonsense while running for my life. Did I knock him down enough? I think I did. So now I've gotten rid of that first Albernaic. And now we're going to the second tower. To light our second bonfire. And this is where that other Albernaic is going to pose probably a problem, maybe not. Maybe I'm gonna get away scot-free. This Albernaic's another problem. Egon Drake Hunt. I heal because I don't want to die. That was probably too much healing. And now it's no longer in my way. Yay. I don't have to kill. Our objective is not to kill them necessarily, but just to eliminate objects that are in our path. That's too low. There we go. And now it can't. It shouldn't be able to hurt us. So now I'm going to swap off that. And back to my original build. Which is Azur's Glintstone Crown. Actually, I am going to put Golden Scarab back on because it's more souls. Take off that, take off that, take off that. Leave that on. Grab my sword just in case. And I favor a intellect build, of which Magic Scorpion gives you 13% more magic damage at the cost of 10% more damage taken. The Dragon Trust Great Shield. So the most additional damage I'm taking between 3-piece Rakshasa and the Magic Scorpion charm is 16%, and that is negated to a degree by the Dragon Crest Talisman, which gives me 20% physical damage resistance. So you don't negate it entirely, but you mitigate quite a bit of that additional damage taken by running that talisman with this build. And then when I use Comet or Comet Shard, Azur's Glintstone Crown, actually anything Comet, it actually increases Comet Shard and regular Comet by 10% damage increase. And Azure Comet gets a 15% increased damage boost wearing this helmet. Why? Because if you actually read into the lore behind it, Azure created the conspicuous, or whatever branch of... whatever the branch was that created the comet in the School of Magic. Azure was the creator of, and that's why it boosts those, so there's a canonical reason for that. We're going to get rid of that Albernaic. She might shoot arrows at me while I'm dealing with our next guest. who's right here. And I actually can see him from up here, which I didn't think I was going to be able to, but that's alright. Meaning the massacre can commence. And now we go light the last bonfire. Hopefully, because I think I lit the one up there. Yes, seal was broken in town. And I'm out of the goal. And now we're on to the path to the Hallett Tree. I'm going to eat another one of these. I probably should wait until I'm in there, because I think it actually goes away when you... that buff goes away when you fast travel. So now, headed to another location. I've gotten all the... Actually, I didn't get the Yellog tunnel, but we'll get the first bonfire in here and head back to that one, because that is easiest reach from the consecrated snowfield. Bonfire. Because I forgot a ancient dragon smithing stone is in there. And the list is on Fextra Life. If you are interested, just look up the item list for, I believe it's Ancient Dragon or Ancient Somber. It's where I've gotten my information. It's where I've gotten most of my list from, Fextra Life. So, just fair warning. That's where most of this, you can look it up yourself if you want to do so. I'm mainly doing this so I can duplicate with friends the items as needed, because I have two friends that habitually will make new characters with different builds and try playing the game through with those, so to help them out, I like to be the weapons stealer. What are you buying? What are you selling, guy? It's an ongoing joke with me and Nomad, one of my other YouTube buddies. I don't think he actually YouTubes, but like he shows up every now and then on here. And he was the one who suggested that I stream what I'm doing, so we're gonna try doing that. I don't expect to get a large group of people, but it is quite interesting. I'd be talking to myself while doing this anyhow, so might as well, you know, actually have people on the other end actually, you know, who might be listening. I believe it's down here. I gain access to the other smithers. It's in the same room as the Gravity Alabaster Lord, or whatever, I guess is what they're called. So I think I'm going the right way. I hope I'm going the right way. We'll find out next time on America Does Not Have Talent. I mean, it does. I like making fun of that whole series. I don't believe... No, this is the way back up to the shortcut. We need to go down. And as a matter of fact, I even hear the guy that's guarding this. Alabaster Lord. No, it's not there. Ah, there it is. Can always tell because it has orange. It's an orange drop. That's how you can always tell that it's the right one. Fortunately, I don't have to fight Promised Consort Radon. He is my least favorite boss in this game, and I think they need to nerf him because the average player is not beating him ever. And I mean like ever. Like he is... I don't consider myself to be the average player, a little bit above average maybe, but the average player is not beating Radon, Promised Consort. Of that I can assure the devs. so they need to figure something out to do with that. And now this should be all the bosses in this zone. Or, no, not all the bosses, but all the stones that I need in the zone. I just need to find the way out, and I think the way out is actually right ahead through this second Alabaster Lord. Oh yeah? I ain't dying to you. You ain't nothing. You ain't got what it takes. This game, which is by far the most easy to approach entry to the series, still has its moments where it will kill you. And that is the boss room. I don't need the boss of this area, I just need the shortcut back. Because now we're going to head the path of the Haligtree further, because we got more dragon smithing stones to acquire. Liberate. Strategically transfer? Yes. Liberate. Strategically transfer to my piggy bank. I'm getting, you might get a couple, at this point, like a full playthrough, like, without doing, like, a full run of these ancient dragon smithing stones is getting me a couple levels still, as long as I don't biff it too badly. Oh yeah, consumable. Not feeling the greatest today, so forgetting things. Fair warning, there may be rambling going on here. And this is honestly the best mushroom to drop from, I feel, so we're gonna do that. Best angle to approach. Aha. And that deals with that most dangerous corner. Now, if you remember my approach to dealing with the burrow, it is also my approach for dealing with this dangerous frickin' corner. First, we gotta clear out any potential problems with that plan. Namely, these frickin' ants that like to wander. And I am so out of range, that is ridiculous. These ants like to interfere with my plans for world domination. Or at least getting through the area safely. So I'm just going to eliminate them before they're a problem. Now there are, in my opinion, two ways to deal with this up-ahead oracle that is a pain. One is to carefully run through. Sure, you know, that's a 50-50 chance of success. The other way is to switch to my archer build and try and deal with it that way. So, as you can guess, we're just going to switch to the archer build and engage in a epic range battle of dangerous proportion. I say dangerous because it's incredibly dangerous what I'm about to do. But this corner is just dangerous in general, so, you know, there's not much you can really do about it. What actually has the highest damage? The Golem Great Bow? Alright. We're gonna go with the Golem Great Bow for this one. This is my highest damage Great Bow. No, I don't want to put a summon sign down. Sheesh. We'll eat one of these. Alright. So for this, we're going to kind of try and use this as some cover to block some of his attacks. Just aim our attacks deliberately. So if I take that burst, I'm frickin' dead. This isn't a foolproof method because sometimes the bubbles will hit you. Mostly from the recoil from firing the great bow, I imagine. I'm also using the stance through and through to make sure that my arrows are hitting this thing, because it does slightly increase your damage threshold range. Whew. And suffice to say, we have killed the beast. So back to our normal setup. Now, if you don't have 99 dexterity, what I recently learned is you can equip Beloved Stardust. It gives you pseudo 99 dexterity cast in terms of casting speed, but only towards casting speed. However, you take more damage, so it's just better off when you can, after you've maxed out mind. After you've maxed out intelligence and gotten mind to where you want it, I would get your dexterity as high as possible after intelligence, probably. Actually, no, maybe after mind. You're also going to want to focus on vigor too, while leveling. But I'm not exactly at the point where I really need to worry about that, because as you see, I've got a decent amount of 99s, and actually I need to take that arcane off. I was just using it until I got all the weapon drops I needed. But I have all the weapon drops I needed, so like I don't really need to be running 99 arcanes, since nothing I'm using scales with arcane. In theory. We're just gonna run past these guys. I don't need to actually kill them. Alright. And there are a couple, at least one sombering smith, at least one sombering or ancient dragonstone. I don't remember which in here. On the way to Loretta's. Loretta the Second. Or Loretta the actual. Because the Loretta you fight first is like a astral projection of Loretta, as it were. Or whatever. I don't think they actually like explain what it is. Specifically. It's like an invader Loretta. Oh, hey. Buddy. I didn't see you there. And actually, this is a decent place to get, well, souls, if you can, but it's also a decent easy place to die. As you can see, for obvious reasons, it's a dangerous location. Now, if you're going to farm souls, there are two places I recommend. If you have only the base game, I highly recommend the Palace Approach bonfire. Shoot the one bird, and then rest at bonfire approach. But I found another way that I actually like in Prayer Room, which you might see in this playthrough, because I have to go through the DLC to get some of my smithing stones, since the DLC has added a couple important, I think the base game had like 13 Ancient Dragon, and then the DLC makes that like 20 in total, which is the only reason I'm bothering trying to max out all my weapons, because base game would not have been possible. But Shadow of Erdtree adds quite a few more Ancient Dragon smithing stones, so, and a couple more somber. I think it's like 5 somber that it adds, at least that have been found at the time of this video. People might find more, for all I know. I doubt it, but you never know with this sort of game. It's just that big. That you could kill one enemy and randomly this one enemy out in the middle of I don't know where's, and I don't know how you got theirs, would drop. Honestly, to get all the smithing stones, I will have to kill Millennia, so... However, I have a specific strat that I like to use for it. That has a roughly 50-50%. I wouldn't say 50-50, I'd say a little more like 75% chance of actually winning, but again, it's because of it's heavily making use of my build and stats, so. Which, if they ever nerf, Millennia will just be flat impossible for me to do as a mage. And that's the thing, like, if they did nerf this build, they would have to nerf Millennia to make Millennia, like, doable, and really they should just not nerf things. Leave it as is, because it works. Now for the second, the area I'm also likely to die in. Fighting these guys. Oh, okay, I made the jumps. Excellent. I'm not letting you get off that cannon enough, Haima. You're crazy. You cray-cray if you think I'm letting you do that. Whew, that is the smoothest I have ever done that, let me tell you. So now, because we are grossly insufficient on our flasks, and I'm about to fight Loretta, we're gonna go back up. This shortcut leads back to this first bonfire, as you'll see in a second. And then we're going to rest here and equip. The only use that I am aware of exists for this particular item. But I find it quite helpful because it saves me frickin' flash shards. The Mimic Veil, which you wouldn't think is useful ever, but this is the one situation where I will use it. Because those guys, as you see, do take a lot to get rid of. And they can quite easily kill you with that by cannon of Hoima-ing you off the frickin' ledge. So we'll use a mimic tier to casually sneak past them and get to the boss room. Which, if you were going to use them, that's the place to use one. I'm just going to get that off my bar real quick. Summon my mimic. Hello, Shattercorn Jitsu. Come on, take the aggro. Let's go. Ooh. Come on, Mimic. Get her aggro. There you go. Your Magica into Comet Azure. That Comet Azure was aimed at the ground for some reason. There you go. And Loretta is gone. I almost died there. Huh. You can't underestimate any freaking boss in this game. They will tear you a new one. But we're getting really close to a level up here. After that, so close in fact, I'm gonna use my Fire Giant Remembrance to get myself even closer. But Loretta doesn't give us a remembrance, right? Yeah, she doesn't give us a remembrance. I'm not really focusing on leveling, but like, I'm trying to level as I go, because that just makes sense to do. To get as much out of your run as my run as possible, might as well. I mean, the only stat I really need 99 in, like, I don't need 99 stat in, but it could be useful. The only stat that's potentially useful that I need to upgrade is strength, because the difference between 50 and 99 on endurance is like 20 stamina. Not even 15 stamina, something like that. Which really isn't worth the skill point risk anyways, since you're ultimately going to end up having to use the twin-headed turtle talisman for any case where you're stamina dependent, because it increases your stamina regen. Or you could just use the consumable if you've duped like a large portion of those, whichever suits your fancy. I prefer to not have to dupe consumables aside from runes. There we go. Millicent's quest is one of the reasons we're here.
In which case I am all but in whatever the case. There the will, the dignity, the pride she.
Okay. Nearest I can figure, Millicent is actually Millennia's daughter. And I only know this because Gowry mentions that she takes after her mother. Her mother being, I'm assuming, Millennia. Since they look very similar and have the same capacity for getting infected by Scarlet Rot. Bit of a stretch, I know, but without Gowry's freaking comment, like, unless that's mistranslated, which I highly doubt it is mistranslated, I think she's Millennia's daughter, based on Gowry's statements and some other lore statements. Though I'm not a lore master by any means. I just recently came to that realization. I've actually passed a couple, so we're gonna actually head back because I just remembered that I passed like a couple on the way here. I don't like that it's nighttime here. I need to fix that too. Because we should deal with the first elephants in the room. Past time, let's get like noon. There we go. I need to be able to see what I'm doing without having to resort to my usual stuff. Because where we're going to have to go is down there to fight the monster of the bridge. Yes, you heard me. The monster of the bridge. First, I gotta survive my own foolishness. Which I have done more or less so. Alright. Your time is now, Silver Tree, future tree avatar. Honestly, this is the easiest approach I've found to dueling with this thing. And the future tree avatar should be dead. There it is, yep. It died. Future tree avatar 0. Our team 1. Now you might wonder the reason why I'm doing this. It's because there is a somber ancient dragon smithing stone sitting right there for us to collect now. After we get past yours truly. Listen, pal, why don't you take a break? I took a break, alright. Broke every bone in his body, but I lived, so. That one or that one? Yep, that one's safer. Okay. Whee! How does it jump from here? I think it is jump from here. Tally-ho! Whew. Here we have another somber dragon's mythic stone. Now we're going to fast travel back to prayer room. And I'm going to take a bathroom break here. We'll be right back after these messages from our sponsors, the toilet. Apologies for the delays, ladies, gentlemen, and others. Had to grab some brain fuel while I was on the way. Namely, food, because I hadn't eaten a little bit. Excuse me. Hopefully y'all are doing great on this fine New Year's Eve. Or New Year's Day. I get those mixed up. Seeing as I don't really sell but, yeah. Alright, so now the next ancient dragon smithing stone that we are going to cut. It's actually not too far. And I recommend that you go this route, even if you're not going for it, because it is the easiest way to get through this next area, as you will see in a second. I'm going to kill that guy, because he might occasionally make this a problem, and we'll kill that, because the scarab might as well. I didn't actually need that, so I should have held off, but whatever. So now, we're going up here, and I think it's a somber that's in here. It might be just an ancient, but either way, it's in here. And it was a somber. I was correct. Now, from here, I believe I can actually hit those guys. So we're going to switch back to the tried and true, and I might as well just keep this on my frickin' item bar at this point. Because, we're going to switch back to the tried and true bow real quick. Actually, there's a reason I'm not. It's because it increases my weight, and I don't like weight increases. But fortunately, I don't need to switch off my talismans, because these guys are weaklings compared to the oracle that we killed earlier. As a matter of fact, let's go into through and through stance. I'm doing this to make crossing over to the other side safer, because there is a better spot to attack that future tree avatar from. That also allows me to summon my shadow clone. I probably should actually... Okay, hear me out. I should, technically, head back and grab and level up. This might be a terrible decision that I'm making right now, but I'm not going to. I think I can take them. Let's live dangerously, shall we? Oh wait, they can hit me from that one? Interesting. Well, that should be most of my blast charges back, and now I'm past all of their frickin' nonsense. I'm not past that one's nonsense, unfortunately. That guy's gone. Get wrecked. It's both of those guys dead, and now to kill the artillery crew. Alright. This is now my domain. They're all being a pain. But now they're all very dead, so it doesn't really matter very much. Just getting rid of these to clear out some space for our putrid avatar battle. So as you can see, I'm not really looking forward to it as much, so we're going to do this. Get some damage resistant magic damage in, and laser them to death! And I actually got rid of the captain that time too, that's awesome. Putrid avatar is down, but I have to dodge roll a lot. Okay, whew. He's gone. Excellent. That was probably the most efficient attack I've ever done. I killed both the avatar and one of the captains. Beam. live dangerously, vicariously, and won. Alright, now let's add one more level to strength. At this bonfire here. Why go back when you can go forward? I actually have more than a level up, surprisingly. That's freaking nice. You might be wondering why these are all at 94. Simply put, you gain 5 levels when you activate Godric's Great Rune. And as long as your rune is active using a rune arc, you have... Downside to this is, if you Great Runes, well, you're not at 99 in any of those stats. But that is how I'm able to achieve the level that the stat variations that I'm able to achieve. Simple arithmetic. I say simple, but arithmetic isn't really simple, or depends on your computational reasoning, I guess. There's your word for the day, computational. See also computer. You're just gonna do that, well, casually throw pot shots at you till one of them clips you and kills you. How do you like that? How do you like them apples? I bet you don't like them. I wouldn't like them much either. Alright, we're gonna take off that and put on something to handle this zone. Immunizing Horn 2. And then, because it's this zone, I might throw one of these as well. Might as well. Because we are going to run through this, and I don't want to get Scarlet Rotted, but we're going to do some, shall we say, house cleaning beforehand. Flame of Putrescence is honestly one of my favorite spells that they added with the DLC, because look at the range that it gets. But also look at the mana cost. It's more pricier than Cannon of Flama, but it covers a much larger range than Cannon, so I would prefer it because of that. You do you. Oh, that was a double whammy. I love it when I get a free 2-for-1 pot shot. Whee! Alright. Now we can take that off and put back on Graven Mass Talisman. It's 8% damage increase to all spells, just solid in general. The other one, the smaller version, you can also equip with it, and that gives 4% to a total of 12%. 4 plus 9, 4 plus 8 is, yeah, 12%. Plus 13, so like 18% with Magic Scorp. And that's before we use Terra Magica, which adds a whopping 22% magic attacks. It's a solid build, but for purposes of just, you know, making my life easier and getting levels while I'm doing this run anyways, I have opted for Golden Scarab, since Golden Scarab gives you a lot of souls per kill, especially when you combine it with the consumable for an additional 30% increase. Now that he is... Okay, nope. Well, I'm gonna ignore that and move on, because that was ow. Fortunately, I have a strat for dealing with this guy too. So in order to trigger him, we're gonna go around. I'm gonna actually eat one of these now, and we're gonna take that bolus off because I won't need it for this fight. Stand here, hear the rumbles, run away. And now we have summoned the Putrid Tree Spirit, that is, we're going to have to kill before we can finish Millicent's quest. Then we're going to run over here and get the hell out of the way. And I guess we have to be very careful there, because I guess you can die right there if he hits you just right. Terra Magica. wonder if I can just do that. There we go. Club, club. Oh, you're causing scarlet rot in the area. Good thing I'm not in that area. Alright. Now that he's gone, we're going to do the even riskier option of just chaining directly into helping Millicent. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. And we're going to spam this. Be one of these, because I'm feeling ballsy. Get the third sister off of her. And like that, everyone's dead. Spicy. Alright. That's how you get the rotten sword. So that's some free souls for me, because I'm going to sell duplicates of those.
Oh, thank you for lending. Without your, I feel thank you. But I paused. I took that hell that if I would rather. The Scarlet soon cursed. I wouldn't want. The Scarlet soon.
Okay, she's now
I wouldn't want.
looping her conversation, which means I have exhausted her dialogue. We're gonna go rest at the bonfire, come back, and grab the unalloyed needle, because you need that to get this particular dragon smithing stone. As it is part of the Millicent questline, and therefore we will be doing this every time. Which unfortunately involves fighting Melina. But like I said, I have a strategy for beating Melina that worked pretty good. Because then she'll just be unbeatable for me entirely. And honestly, I feel like when the boss is cheap, there should be a cheap way of dealing with her. And it's not really that cheap. Like, it's literally just spam Ancient Deathrand Core and hope for the best. Like, that's all you really can do at that point. Since it is a very flexible spell, which is also buffed by the POD staff. POD standing for Prince of Death staff in this case. Which has some of the highest scale. It is the highest scaling damage staff if you have the right stats. Scaling up intellect, intelligence, and its spell scale. Intellect and faith, and its spell scaling. Excuse me. And being an A in both. The next best is actually probably going to be a toss-up between Lusat's and. It's Lusat's, and there was one other. Maternal staff, looks like. Yeah, it's maternal staff and Lusat's. Maternal staff is pretty decent. Like, it's not the best. Finger sorceries, I don't especially like. They're not bad, but they're not, like, amazing. Microcosm's the best one. Staff of the Great Beyond also, fun fact, can be used to cast both sorceries and incantations, so if you ever find that you need to feel yourself using both, you could use that to do both without having to constantly play the Swap-a-Laka game. Now we're off to fight Millennia, which is going to be as fun as it sounds. I'm just gonna log into my videos to see what's going on here. If I can even see this video. Where is this posting to? I can't actually see my own video. That's interesting. I know I'm broadcasting. Give me a second. I'm having difficulties. It's because I gotta view my channel. That's what it is. Alright, cool. I don't have it so that I can see any freaking like live chat, so now I have it so I can see live chat. There we go. Awesome. Right, I have to go up there. Or do I? No, I have to drop down there. That's right. Boop. I've done this a few times, so... Okay, just checking to make my mic actually working. 'Cause, yeah, last time I started blabbing, and I was muted, and that's always a great day. Always a good time. Great time. Good time, great time. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, that actually affected them through the frickin' floor. Okay. That's amusing. Oh, he fell down? Did he fall down? Oh, he did fall down. Okay. I'll take that. Ouch. Kindred of Rot, huh? Like Kindred of Second Thoughts. Alright, millennia. Time to show millennia a good time. The old-fashioned way. By punching it in the face. By punching it in the face, I mean just use Ancient Death Rancor and hope she dies. It's the least I can do. For this one, because it is, again, millennia, I will be taking this off. And equipping that. Take that off too, because I need the highest roll I can possibly get. I think this'll do. I don't think you get any summons for this either, but the summons would only increase your health, and that's not what I want. The only summon I need is the Mimic Tier. Of course, it puts me over here the first time through. Should be a decent amount of distance between myself and her. Closer to the door. Magica, and spam and hope to pray that we beat her first try. That'd be nice. It'd be the first time I've ever beat her first try. The second phase that's the harder part for me, because she has a one-shot that will kill you even at 99 vigor. Max vigor, you're just dead. Ooh, stage 2, but I'm almost dead. Here we go. Nope. That is her one shot. The second shot will always kill you. It's because she got that lucky waterfowl off. If she hadn't got that waterfowl off, I probably would have gotten out of that. I'm not gonna waste that. Actually, instead of wasting one of those, I'll just use an Iris of Grace. Because that makes more sense to me. Not where I ever want to be. The reason this works is because you're stagger locking her, where she is unable to move or use her traditional waterfowl move as much. Going towards her. Okay, I actually managed to avoid insta-death because of my potion. That's fine. When in doubt, scream and shout. Alright, now let's hope we can anchor in phase 2 real quickly before my mimic tier dies. Nope. Ah, shit. As you can't see when she's charging. It's such a turn off. Well, you know what? I'm being dumb. I should be bringing this. Alright, I'll try one more time with the frickin' Great Rune. This is also part of the reason it's balanced, because stage 1... Nope. Well, there goes all the souls, but that's alright. That's usually how she gets me. That waterfowl she normally never gets off in the second phase. Well, that's it. I'm not using any more Great Runes on this. Watch, this will be the time that I actually get it done, I bet. She is nowhere near as frustrating, though, as frickin' Promised Concert Verdun. Promised Concert Verdun's just a flat joke by comparison. Normally I would have killed her on the second go, so wondering what's up with that. It's really kind of luck of the draw with her AI. If it does certain things, like, you're completely screwed, and that's just that. that it? Ooh, I'm glad I was out of that. That would have killed me. There we go. And she's dead.
Extraordinary. The mark of a true lord.
I would say so. I've killed Promise Radon 2 to 3 times, so... And he's way harder than you.
Dear Mikola. Oh,
Oh.
dearest Mikola. My
That's a
brother.
million frickin' souls.
I'm sorry. I finally met my match.
Yeah, you did. I'm gonna use your souls right now, just cause. Cause I can. Cause I need them after losing like half a mil. And now we're going to use the unalloyed needle here. It turns into Miquella's needle, which you can use at Parthenax's ancient Parthenax, the Dragon Lord arena in Crumbling Farm, Azula. Just in case you have been gone down the frenzied flame path and want to reverse that decision. Just by Red Scarab, Outerglow Avatar. Okay, so that's all of the sombers here. What about ancients? Is that all the ancients here? Consecrated snowfield. Oh, we gotta go back to consecrated snowfield. I missed one. I completely forgot about this guy. I have it written down in order. So, I just apparently missed this. Like a scrub. But for this fight... Oh, wrong one. This fight is pretty bad, but it's not as bad as Millennia. We're gonna go on a little joyride to get ourselves another smithing stone. I'm not fighting you, so if you could kindly just get a GTFO, that'd be great. Or do I have to get closer to trigger that? I do have to get closer to trigger that. Alright, well, we'll do that. Up on my horse. Now that I've aggroed him. Oh, he can still hit me from up here, that's fine. The octopus shows up, gets a critical hit on the farm. Way to go, octopus. You get your prize now. I'll actually deal with you for that. Yeah, there's your prize. I will actually take the time to deal with you. Apologies, you were not the side character I thought you were. And that was You never know what's gonna happen until it happens. And okay, so that's the last of the Ancient Dragon. So I'm just doing a quick check here to make sure I've got everything in base game I care about. Loretta chest, I have those. So that's all the Ancient in the base game. Let me double check on the somber. There's only one. I've gotten all the ones in Crumbling Farms. The only one left in base game is Ashen Capital, so I'm not going to worry about that. And we are going to go directly to the DLC. I have already killed... No, I have not killed Moog. Okay, well, then you're in for a treat. I think it's that one, yes. We're off to kill Mogi. Frickin' Jungle Book reversed. Nah, I'm kidding, it's Moog. I'm just saying, we might be the villains here. I have no interest in watching that ever again. There we go! Fire! Uno, Duo, whatever, your friggin' Ditto. Supremo. Ditto Supremo wins. And there we have the Remembrance of the Bloodlord. Great Lord Moog is dead again, and I'm at almost a level. I'm 2/3 of the way to a level up again. Okay. Kill 2 bosses, get a half a level up, I guess. Of course, these are like main bosses, they're remembrance bosses, which is even worse. Such a casual 30k towards my.
I'm Leda. Touch the way to the realm. I can pick like us if you can find. Come, I will not be.
Yeah, you won't be far behind. I get it. Alright. Kill the ghost dragon to get that one. And I need to also have this up. Forge lava dragon. Okay, yep. Alright, cool. Just checking my notes real quick to remember where they are in Gravesite Plains, because there is actually a somber and 3 dragon smithing stones in this first area. If you can believe it. I can, because Moog is actually not usually that easy. It's just because I'm over-leveled that I'm able to pull that off. Do not try this at home, kids. Do not collect $1 million. Alright, moving on our Brave New World adventure. Through this hellish landscape once more. I'm just going to leave the boiled crab on. I don't need it, but I'm going to leave it on anyways. So now we are going to try and just run to the next bonfire, because the ghost dragon lies beyond it that we need to kill for a sombering ancient dragon stone. Probably shouldn't have popped that gold consumable. Oh well. Mea culpa and all. Just Latin for my bad. And as usual, the ominous door to frickin' Belarut town. Belarut. Belarut, I think is how it's actually supposed to be pronounced, but whatever. Frickin' French names. Since we're here, we might as well talk to everyone we can to progress their quest line. I don't know that I need to, but...
Oh, did you speak? If you've yet to, you'll find more. If you... Assuming you would...
Okay, we talked to him.
Then, but understand the Earth Tree, I believe, but never... If Mikkel these, I urge you, as long as you... as long as you...
Okay, no enemy to you. Got it. I should rest at that bonfire in case I die to this dragon, because it's probably gonna happen a couple times before I get the dragon. I'd like it not to. I'd like to show you a flawless person, but I am not flawless. I am human, not machine. So, apologies. Consistent results. I can consistently guarantee you this dragon will die at some point. Let's actually grab this bonfire as well, because this is way closer. Woohoo! To more than one. I don't want to rest here. Free up my buffs. They will expire before this frickin' fight ends, I assure you. I forgot to take that off. Oh well. Summon my mimic. Dragons, believe it or not, take more damage when attacked to the head, but therein lies the difficulty. You go, frickin' mimic. Take the aggro off me. If I can do this. Oh no, oh no. Woo! Scary. Not this crap again. Let's laser him. And that's time to run. He's gonna make the ground lava in his immediate vicinity. But, now that I'm out of that range of that, come on, Mimic. You can laser him too. I'll let you. No? Oh yeah, he's toast. Good, because I think I'm out of mana. I am out of mana. Oh wow. No, I might be toast here. Oh, that's not good. No, he did. Yay. Good job, Mimic. You get a pay raise. Except I'm not paying you. Alright, now that that's done. Whew. We're gonna head back there. Because the next two are gonna completely... They're in this first area technically, but they're a bit of a ways away. Because I'm pretty certain... Okay. Gotta flip through my notes again. As I almost run myself off a cliff. Okay, Gravesite Plains, Ruin Forge, Magma Worm and Dragon's Pit, and Suppressed Pillar, top. I see. Oh yeah. Yield freaking catapult to the face trick. I see. My favorite. Whew! That was a little close. But successfully escaped. Which is good, because again, I have 3/4 of a level up here. Roughly. Approximately. Whatever you want to use for the verbiage. Let's press pillars this way, might as well do that. Oh, that one guy had a little bit of oomph to him. To be able to withstand my comet. Of course, if I charge it, he doesn't live, so... We'll go visit Tolier's bonfire, just in case something happens. Tolier, however he pronounces it. You know what? How do you pronounce your name, Tolier?
You the Tarnished. Lady led us, but another Tarnished. My name is Teolier.
Teolier. Okay.
Here's to me big... well, I'm as weak as I've always been. I'm afraid the... Sorry.
Well, don't mind if I do. Free stuff I don't have to collect. You got it. I bought it. Toyota. I took that. Gotta sell some of these duplicates because apparently there's a max inventory space for how many item slots you can have. And if it takes up more than one slot of inventory space, you start losing inventory. Meaning the stuff you picked up, if you're lucky, it goes to vault. If you're unlucky and it can't go to vault, well, then you're just screwed. You know what? I don't need any of these, so I'm gonna see if I can get a level up out of this. Because you can sell all these. Now that I no longer need them, I might as well sell them because I have every... Did I just... Fuck.